Bruce Springsteen has once again found himself at the center of a heated public debate. This time, however, the attention isn't focused on his legendary music career but on the political statements he delivered during his recent concerts. Instead of beginning the show with songs that fans had waited years to hear, he opened with strong criticism of the current political climate in America. While some audience members applauded his willingness to speak out, others questioned whether a concert stage was the right place for political speeches. The discussion goes beyond one artist. It raises a bigger question about what fans truly expect when they spend hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars on concert tickets. Are they paying to hear political opinions? Or are they paying to relive memories through music? For many people, attending a Bruce Springsteen concert is more than just a night of entertainment. His music has been part of their lives for decades. Fans have grown up listening to his songs, connecting them with childhood memories, road trips, family moments, and important milestones. Music has a unique ability to transport people back to different chapters of their lives, and that emotional connection is often the biggest reason they buy expensive concert tickets. Imagine someone living on a fixed retirement income who has spent months saving money for the chance to see one of their favorite artists perform live. Another fan may have followed Springsteen's career since the 1980s, dreaming of hearing those classic songs in person one more time. These fans are investing in an experience, not simply purchasing admission to a live event. When people buy tickets to legendary performers, they expect nostalgia. They expect to sing along with timeless hits, enjoy the atmosphere, and temporarily escape the stress of everyday life. Many believe that concerts should provide a break from the endless political debates that dominate television, newspapers, and social media. This is why Springsteen's political comments have sparked such strong reactions. Critics argue that they came to enjoy music, not to hear speeches about government policies or political issues. They believe that entertainment should unite audiences rather than divide them. For decades, many of America's most successful entertainers understood this balance. Television legends built massive audiences because they focused primarily on entertaining viewers instead of promoting political viewpoints. Although politics occasionally became part of their comedy, it rarely became the central focus of their shows. Their strategy was simple. The broader the audience, the greater the success. By avoiding strong political positions, they welcomed viewers from every background and every political belief. Whether someone leaned left, right, or somewhere in between, everyone could enjoy the same show together. Today's entertainment industry looks very different. Social media has encouraged celebrities to share personal opinions with millions of followers instantly. As a result, many actors, musicians, comedians, and athletes openly discuss politics, often generating headlines that rival their actual work. Supporters argue that celebrities have every right to use their platforms to express personal beliefs. Freedom of speech applies to everyone, regardless of profession. Opponents, however, believe that constant political messaging risks damaging the relationship between entertainers and their audiences. Bruce Springsteen's recent concerts have become an example of this growing divide. Reports suggest that ticket prices for some of his New Jersey performances dropped significantly compared to earlier sales. While several factors can influence ticket pricing, including demand, resale markets, venue capacity, and economic conditions, the decline has fueled online discussions about whether fans are becoming less interested. Many commentators argue that today's audiences are becoming increasingly selective about where they spend their money. High ticket prices alone do not necessarily discourage fans if they believe the experience will be worth it. Value has become just as important as cost. This idea can be seen across the entertainment industry. Consumers are willing to spend large amounts of money when they believe they are receiving something unique. However, once the experience changes or expectations are no longer met, enthusiasm can decline quickly. The same principle applies beyond concerts. Tourist destinations, sporting events, and live shows all compete for people's time and money. If customers feel they are no longer receiving the experience they expected, they often look elsewhere. For longtime Bruce Springsteen fans, the expectation has always been simple: incredible live performances filled with classic songs and unforgettable memories. Some supporters appreciate his willingness to speak openly about issues he cares about, viewing it as part of his authenticity. Others feel that lengthy political speeches interrupt the very experience they paid to enjoy. The debate has become increasingly visible across social media, where fans continue to argue about the role entertainers should play in political conversations. Some insist artists should never be expected to remain silent simply because they perform music. Others believe concerts should remain focused on entertainment, leaving political discussions for interviews, documentaries, or public forums. Regardless of which side people support, one thing is clear. When celebrities publicly align themselves with controversial political positions, audience reactions become much stronger. Every speech, interview, or public appearance receives greater scrutiny than ever before. Bruce Springsteen's latest tour has therefore become about far more than music. It has become part of a broader national conversation about celebrity influence, freedom of expression, audience expectations, and the changing relationship between entertainers and their fans. As ticket sales, public reactions, and media coverage continue to generate discussion, the controversy surrounding Springsteen shows no signs of disappearing. Instead, it has evolved into a larger debate about whether political activism enhances an artist's legacy or risks overshadowing the music that made them famous in the first place. As the discussion surrounding Bruce Springsteen continued to grow, many observers shifted their attention from his political remarks to the surprising changes in ticket prices. Reports indicated that seats once listed for several $1,000s were later available for only a fraction of their original cost. Whether this reflected changes in market demand, resale activity, or other economic factors, it became a major talking point among fans and media outlets alike. For years, Springsteen had built a reputation as one of the biggest live performers in the world. His concerts regularly sold out, and many fans were willing to pay premium prices simply for the opportunity to witness one of rock music's most respected artists on stage. That level of loyalty had taken decades to build, making any noticeable shift in ticket demand especially significant. Some critics argued that audiences were no longer purchasing just a concert ticket. They felt they were buying admission to an event that increasingly blended music with political commentary. Whether or not that perception was accurate, it became part of the broader conversation surrounding the tour. Supporters of Springsteen viewed the situation differently. They believed artists should never be expected to leave their personal beliefs behind when stepping onto a stage. Throughout history, musicians have often used their platforms to discuss social issues, challenge governments, and inspire public debate. From their perspective, speaking honestly about issues that matter is part of being an authentic artist. Others, however, believe there should be a clear distinction between activism and entertainment. They argued that fans purchase concert tickets primarily to enjoy live music and reconnect with the songs that shaped different moments of their lives. For them, lengthy political speeches interrupt the emotional experience they came to enjoy. This disagreement highlights a challenge facing many modern celebrities. Every public statement now spreads across social media within minutes, generating praise from one audience while attracting criticism from another. In today's digital world, every opinion becomes part of a larger public conversation. Critics also questioned whether some celebrities unintentionally send mixed messages. Public figures often speak passionately about supporting ordinary working people while performing at events where tickets, merchandise, and VIP experiences can cost hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. While high prices are common throughout the live entertainment industry and are influenced by multiple factors, some fans believe this creates a disconnect between an artist's message and the overall concert experience. Supporters counter that ticket pricing is rarely controlled by artists alone. Promoters, venues, production costs, dynamic pricing systems, and resale markets all influence the final price consumers pay. Because of these factors, assigning responsibility to one individual oversimplifies a much more complex business. The debate soon expanded beyond Bruce Springsteen himself. Commentators began discussing whether entertainers, athletes, and other public figures should openly endorse political candidates or social causes. Some argued that public influence brings social responsibility. If celebrities have the ability to reach millions of people, they believe those voices can help raise awareness about important issues. Others strongly disagreed. They suggested that celebrities are admired because of their talents, not necessarily because of their political expertise. According to this viewpoint, audiences primarily want musicians to create music, actors to make films, and athletes to perform at the highest level of their sport. Sports provide another example of this ongoing discussion. Whenever a well-known athlete publicly supports a political figure or controversial issue, reactions often become divided. Some fans appreciate their honesty, while others admit that such endorsements change the way they view that athlete. Even when fans continue supporting their favorite teams or performers, personal opinions can sometimes influence public perception. This illustrates an important reality about politics. Unlike entertainment, which often brings people together, politics naturally creates disagreement. Once political identity becomes attached to a public figure, every future performance, interview, or appearance may be viewed through that same political lens. Many people remember an earlier period when political discussions played a much smaller role in everyday entertainment. Conversations about elections often remained private, and television, concerts, and sporting events were generally seen as opportunities to relax rather than continue political debates. Whether that perception is completely accurate or influenced by nostalgia is open to discussion, but many fans feel today's entertainment landscape has become far more politically charged. At the same time, modern audiences expect greater transparency from public figures. Social media has erased much of the separation between celebrities and their fans. Artists now communicate directly with millions of followers every day, making it increasingly difficult to separate personal beliefs from professional careers. Bruce Springsteen's recent tour reflects this changing reality. For some people, his willingness to speak openly strengthens their admiration for him. They see an artist who refuses to remain silent despite criticism. For others, those same speeches distract from the music they have loved for decades. Neither side appears likely to change its position anytime soon. Instead, the debate continues to reflect broader cultural disagreements about freedom of expression, celebrity influence, audience expectations, and the role of politics in entertainment. Ultimately, every fan must decide what matters most to them. Some value hearing an artist's personal perspective alongside the music, while others simply want an unforgettable concert focused entirely on performance. Both viewpoints continue to shape the conversation surrounding Bruce Springsteen and many other public figures. One thing is certain: today's entertainers operate in an environment where every public statement can become headline news. Music alone is no longer always the center of attention. Public image, personal beliefs, social media reactions, and political commentary now play a significant role in how audiences respond to artists and their work. Whether this trend strengthens or weakens the relationship between celebrities and their fans remains an open question. However, the controversy surrounding Bruce Springsteen demonstrates just how quickly a concert tour can evolve into a national conversation about politics, free speech, celebrity responsibility, and the expectations audiences bring with them every time they buy a ticket.